everybody. It is Leela.
Hey, what's up? My name is Bo. I'm here with Leela.
And we're here on our channel today. We gather here today to discuss episode 8 of Boys to Planet, also known as Everybody Loves Lee Ji.
No, also known as This Nonsense.
This again.
Again. Wah, wah.
This again.
And then zoom in on the face of anybody. Their puffy eyes crying. I do have some housekeeping.
Okay.
I have decided to start a Songwon book club.
Okay.
We will be.
What's he reading?
Well, this is what he suggested.
Okay.
We're going to start with the book called Salt, which is the history of salt in the world, trade, all that. It's the cultural impacts, its use as a monetary unit. It's very interesting. I think Songwon's going to love it. And then we're going to follow it up with War and Peace, which is a little light reading. Get through that over the weekend. We'll be meeting every third Thursday of every other month for 6 months with Songwon on Zoom to discuss the book.
No, people need to figure out what book he's been reading in the show, and we should all read it.
Didn't he switch
so we're
between
book clubbing with him.
Wasn't it 2 titles?
I don't know.
I thought it was 2 titles.
He's been there a while. I'm sure he's gotten through more than one book.
I don't know. It takes me a while. But he has a lot of downtime, so.
Yeah, we need to figure out.
So there you go. So join up. I'll be the email list will start soon. So Songwon will be involved. By the way, I've already talked to his people. At least there was somebody online who said they were his people. So there you go. And we all going to have to grow our hair like that. We all have to have that.
How can you read with hair in your eyes?
Prettily.
That's true. So today, for episode 8, it's another elimination episode. Our second elimination round. So to start out, before we get to all that heartbreak, we have some fun stuff in the episode to talk about. Then we have our top 8s that have changed considerably based on the eliminations this week. And then also the top 8 overall has changed, which was interesting. And then we'll briefly touch on the semifinal groups, but you know how it goes with these. It completely changes next week, so does it really matter? I don't know.
There's some differences between this and last season, though,
So, for the fun stuff this week, I really enjoyed the haunted house. That was really fun.
It's a classic.
I don't think they did a haunted house last time.
No, but I'm saying that we've seen idol groups do it. One of my favorite K-pop memories is we were into Eyes One. I don't remember if it was downtime of when everybody was staying at home and stuff. Mm-hmm. But they did a haunted house thing on Mnet. They were already in a group or whatever, and they broke it into like segments, and we hunted after those segments like crazy. It was so funny.
Eyes One haunted house. Yeah, that was a good one. Who else has done a really good haunted house?
The haunted house is a classic. Like putting them in it.
Treasure.
Yeah, Treasure did a great one.
Treasure's haunted house episode is so funny.
But it makes you go, please don't slip and bang your head. Like, I'm always leery of that, but it was really, really... This is a great screenshot. You probably can't see it if you're just listening to this, but it's Songwon cowering like a cowering person. And,
he just hid.
He kind of hid. He kind of hid in a cool way, too. He's just kind of like, no, I'm over here just smoldering, But no, it was really good. It was really fun.
I liked Ichin parkouring over the half
the
wall
thing, yeah.
To get away from the ghosts. He's parkoured over that wall.
Well, the idea was, I guess, is if they did not solve the literal puzzle, it was puzzle pieces. I thought they were going to have to do like an escape room thing, but it was just literally...
It was an escape room.
Well, you just had to find the pieces and
actual
go put them back.
Puzzle pieces, yeah.
And it came down to like literally the last 12 seconds, et cetera, et cetera. I thought that it meant if they did not solve it, everybody would have to spend the night.
Basically,
which I don't know if they certainly there's no log in fudging the timer. They probably paused it a few times, but it was really cute, and I liked that. Ji-Hao,
so he won.
Him and 2 other people won it. But then who was left? Shinlong was left. Like,
oh my
still
god,
thinking
the poor thing was so scared. He was so scared.
Well, it reminded me of those people they'll find on an island somewhere who still thinks it's World War II. He was like, "Is it safe to come out of the bunker?" And
he's been through the variety show wars, I'm sure, in his long career thus far.
Classic silliness that I think it also allows certain people to come out and get a little screen time and stuff.
Just the absolute cinema that was coming out of the buses.
Oh yeah.
And Surin sees that they're at like this place. He's screams, and then everybody else starts
And he goes,
screaming.
"We gotta die!"
We gotta die.
doing the what's the comedian
Oh, it
from the
was
Jackie
good.
Chan movie with what's his name? Oh, what was that called? Anyway,
Yeah.
he was doing that kind of
We
commentary.
gotta die.
Sad about Syrian because he had so many great moments later. But yeah, there was a fun moment.
He
The
was so
lotion
fun.
thing. Get out. No. No.
The second, they had like 3 separate things here. They had the haunted house and they had 2 pranks. And the prank with the, like, you're gonna do a lotion ad was like,
Just too over. It was just gross.
it was weird and gross. It was so gross.
But I was saying, and we were just saying, they will be doing weird commercials and stuff, especially
Not
in Japan.
weird commercials.
No,
They'll
but
do real commercials.
yeah, but funny
Not
stuff,
weird
variety
ones.
show weird stuff. Just that's not exactly out of the range of an idol, but it's just cringy.
It was
and,
disgusting.
The English interview was really really cute.
I loved the English interview prank. I thought that was really, really funny.
Well, and it's not, it's not done in a mean spirited way like. You don't know several languages, haha, but in a way that they will come across interviewers in English. And what was funny about Sungwon here in the screenshot, he started speaking English. I bet he knows, because Hai probably trains a lot of them. There's a lot of English around the office and stuff. I bet he knew more than that. And he stopped, and I was like, "You're doing fine. What? Keep going."
I think it was like I understand, but can't figure, like...
Right.
Junmin's,
Of course, Junmin looked completely shell-shocked. He like, that is literally what you call slack-jawed. Like, he was just like drool,
He was so
drool.
scared.
Probably
He was like, what is going on? But, like, I appreciated that prank for what it was, because it was, like, kind of cute and funny that they were all, like, freaking out.
Yeah, but...
They only, like, showed very few people, because, again, many of them you would take in there and it wouldn't even be an issue. Because they know English.
Yeah,
so it's
some
like
of them
funny.
also were going to be eliminated. They knew about it.
One thing I noticed was that Hanum translated the question from English to Korean for the boys he was sitting next to, but didn't respond himself.
I've heard that a lot with people who learn other languages. They can
It's just not
understand it
speaking
before they're
it,
comfortable
but
speaking
yeah.
it, but it's
But I
a
was like,
fear.
and then they just kind of edited it out, and I was like, wait, did he respond or not? Like,
Yeah, that would have given him
it
points.
was. I was like, why are they just like not giving him anything?
Yeah, but
to
then
go on?
Shinlong doing English in his deep voice.
Shinlong was so cute.
That's a brilliant move on his part.
He was like, first I want to apologize to my English
No,
teacher.
to my parents.
My English teacher and to my parents.
Yeah, it was good. That was a good. Yeah, that stuff, wholesome stuff, I get all behind. The haunted houses, I'm worried about them hitting their heads and stuff. But other than that, it was so funny because like Shun had the best Blair Witch Project. Like I expected the snotty nose, and then I'm so scared. And some of them know they want the footage, and some of them really, really ham it up. But Shun looked really really scared, and that was funny because sometimes that stuff. I remember playing that stuff as a kid at hide and seek, and it was intensely scary but fun. Mm-hmm. So they seemed like they had a good time.
I just thought they were a bit stingy with who they chose to show for both the prank videos. Like they didn't. It was like kind of just a handful of people.
Yeah,
it was kind of like, well, I would have liked to seen some more fun. I'm sure Jihao had a hilarious reaction as well, and he wasn't.
Oh,
included.
and that's the thing though is.
But,
that's the secret of Mnet, always has been. Screen time and choosing who gets... It's very subtle, but they know what they're doing. They'll show occasionally people have no chance of getting past a cut. Let's say they're 47 or whatever. And they're doing it to be like, see, we show everybody. And when in fact, there's people they never, ever, ever show. You get more of them in the YouTube videos and stuff, like the side content. But no, I thought it was a lot of fun. I do wish the show would have started with 40 people or something. Then we would have had tons of this stuff and got to know everybody really, really well. So... Yeah. It was really cool. Do you mind us get rid of the lotion commercial thing? It was a good idea. I think they should have done something like come up with a slogan or something funny, but the actual lotion slapping was gross.
Was so gross. It was so gross. I just can't.
It's going to make a good GIF later, I guess.
Oh. Okay. So that was the funny stuff. We'll talk about the eliminations and then the other stuff they talked about, like with the groups. There was a group behind the scenes. Don't let me forget. I want to talk about the group behind the scenes stuff.
Behind the scenes stuff.
When they were like with each other, with Harry and all.
Oh, yes.
So unfortunately, we have to say our fond farewells to a lot of people.
24 people.
To 24 people, and just to go through the list for like our faves. I will say that ranked 24 slot was between Dongyu, Fan Jihee, and Han Harry Jun. That was a brutal rank 24. That was a brutal rank 24.
Yeah.
Dongyu made it.
I think it was mostly brutal for Harry June because
Yeah.
he had been always the bridesmaid kind of thing. Dongyu just got that last edit and that last thing. Not saying he didn't deserve it, but he seems like a good idol, but he just got that last... It's your short-term memory. You've got to see that before you vote and everything. And I think a lot of people were already voting for Harry June. He shot way up.
He did.
He was at 26.
He shot up and barely scraped by last time, and then was almost gonna barely scrape by this time and didn't quite make it.
Literally, there were a few people out there who doubted, I'll be okay not voting for him. Could have made a difference maybe. But yeah, he was. But at the same time, Harry June's been in a group. He's been on stages. He's obviously skilled. I'm not worried about Harry June doing something in idoldom or entertainment because he's really, really good.
I don't know the current status of DKB. I don't think they're disbanded or anything. They're still together. I think he was technically on hiatus to be in Boys Planet, but so now that hopefully
don't be
Brave
surprised if
Company
they come out with a comeback after this.
We'll have a comeback and because I liked DKB in Peak Time. That was the only time I ever had seen them or knew anything about them was from Peak Time. But I don't think Harry really stood out to me in Peak Time. It was other members.
Well, there was 28 people or something.
So it was a big group at the
Remember
time.
the
I think
muscle
it's
guy?
smaller now. I'm not sure. Yeah, the muscle guy was my favorite.
So
I
funny.
forget his name. So it was nice to see Harry because I hadn't really, taken notice of him.
And that's just one guy from that
really
group.
fun.
But I bet you all of them are probably that level. I mean, it's crazy.
Really good.
It's crazy when you get into idols that don't.
And he was
make it.
so sweet. I didn't realize again because they have the episode now, and they know who's eliminated. They stop being afraid of giving certain people screen time because it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
If you notice that, you can really feel it because they refused to give Harry an ounce of screen time. But for this episode, they gave him so much.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he and Dongyu were roommates and that they were had gotten close through the show.
Yeah.
So it was really sweet and sad because Dongyu was like, this is not fair. Why am I having to go against my friend and roommate? It was really sad. And that sort of thing. So then they also gave Harry June a glowing edit with practicing with his team, the Lucky Macho team, I think.
I think what it is, the show is a vehicle as much as it is. It's really more of a vehicle for the idols that don't make it than it is for the final group. The final group is kind of.
I don't think that's true.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's as much if you look at it that way. For a lot of these idols, you kind of have to make it to this point to have it be really an effect, or up even to the 20s and stuff. There's idols who go on after these idol shows and have a long career. And when a lot of these times these temporary groups disband and then they don't, maybe they stop doing something. Look at IZ*ONE and stuff like that. There's a lot of members of IZ*ONE who went on to acting and modeling and stuff. So it's not being in the group is a guarantee of 2.5 to 5 years of intense idoldom, but this might be good for your for your long-term career. It's part of your, like I said, your CV. And Harry, all they did there, I think this is what Emmett does, is when they give those little edits, it's to somebody who probably along the show just gave them hard work, gave them a lot of good footage. Maybe they didn't use him a lot.
He was so cute with the little, I think it was the Lucky Macho team. Because Jaehyun was feeling discouraged about practicing because he was I'm not going to make the cut. And he was you still have to practice hard because you owe it to everyone who's supporting you.
Yeah.
Oh, it was really sweet. I was going to cry.
Yeah,
anyway, it was really good.
What's his name talked about it later too. Got his little Mnet edit.
Oh, I love that.
That
was
stuff.
so good. I hadn't really had Fanji on my.
I have no idea who Fanji
on
is.
my radar, but man, that poor kid was
oh, he was a crying one.
He was hyperventilate, crying it was.
Yeah.
I hate to watch them completely break down. It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
I mean,
oh my God,
people reacted
so bad.
people reacted
Poor baby.
To perceived endings differently.
I
remember at the end.
I know he's tried hard, and
Yeah.
I think this isn't his first time trying on a reality show, so that was rough. Surun was. I think he had kind of made his peace.
He knew. Yeah.
So because he wasn't freaking out quite as bad as I thought he might, he had made his peace and was just happy for Jihao to make it. So,
but again, if you're Surun or something like that, you leave. You want to make it into the group, of course, but you leave, and this is why that one guy said, I think a lot of people's goal is just to make it past a cut, because for them that is a huge amount of attention and that they weren't getting anywhere near before.
No.
So it's just free attention. So, so for Sue and someone like that, he could go back and use that. He wasn't from a little group, was he? Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, so he could be picked up or just, do a
I'm sure
YouTube channel or whatever.
I'm sure he will. Zhongxing and Boeing, I noticed that they would like been hanging out more. They were like hanging
Big
out
Bo
like
and Sexy, yeah.
like during the elimination part and like so I thought that was cute that they had like made friends and
The
that
saddest
Zhongxing had
part
made a
about-
friend because I feel like he needed to like make a friend.
No,
so I'm glad he did.
I think what happened with Sexy, i.e. Shang-Chi, otherwise known AKA Sexy, was that at the beginning, I think maybe he was in, because I remember we had heard, somebody had said that in previous shows he was kind of that way, kind of combative, and their other shows in China were kind of more combative. Not literally, but that's the competitive. They're more style they were using, it's a little bit more real with each other. And then it wasn't working out for him. He felt down, and he's just kind of going through his thing. And then when he did that rap performance, people were like, "Oh, wait, you have a cool tone, and you have a neat style, and you were good." And he got some positive feedback. I think he was kind of like, and it was just too late. If he had just from the beginning said, "I am a rapper. I'm serious about it. I'm a bit hardcore. Or I'm kind of tough or whatever," and dropped all the silliness. Not saying he intended to do all that silliness,
like
but,
focus less on the character that he was trying to present,
and just whether he was going through something that prevented him from doing that. That's I understand that, but if he had just from the beginning showed that kind of rap skill, I think he probably would have made it past his cut at least.
Yeah.
Because he had gained popularity after all those quote unquote evil edits.
Yeah. And Bo, like again, like I said, now that they're not afraid of showing him because there's no, you know what I mean, like giving him a little bit of screen time. Like he was like really trying Big Bo.
Big Bo.
Bo. Like he was going out for like main rapper for the team that he got put on and everything and was like really trying hard, and I was like, you couldn't have given him a crumb of like attention before today, but okay, whatever.
Yeah, I mean maybe he just I don't know.
He did post Limjack posted a Instagram story of the two of them together, so
cool.
They've been reunited.
Well, I'm sure Big Bo was completely surprised by he forgot how much energy got punched in the face. Saw Limjack and was like, because everybody else, there was nobody like Limjack in the show. So
I will say, with relation to Little Bo, Chim Bo, and rank 44, my gosh, underrated. But this week the La 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 team had their little fan meeting.
Online
prize. This was like an online thing. I watched someone's
recording. Did they have
fans
in the audience?
No.
Okay, it was just her showing. Okay.
It was. I saw it on, someone had uploaded it on Twitter. I don't know where you could have watched it, but anyway, I found an upload on Twitter and like watched the whole thing. And it was really, really cute. And Bo was like, he's like pro, ready to debut. Like,
no, he's not.
He
needs to go back to school.
For as young as he is, he was like super like poised and like really fun to watch on the variety thing. He was answering questions and he's just like, he's there. Like,
yes.
He's so cute. I know that he's young, but still.
He
was great.
And we'll talk about this later. I don't know if we arranged it or not, but all this, anybody in junior high or high school, go back to junior high school. I don't care that they're, I don't care necessarily they have to go back to high. That's what they should do, get their little education. That's also really, really important in Korea. They place a lot of value on that. But we were talking about this. The young ones in this, all the 15s and 16s and 17s, are incredibly good.
Yeah, compared to last year, like some of the younger contestants were like not fully baked, which is to be expected when they're 15, 16. But here, like all the young members are so like they're there basically.
It's like TikTok dancers or something.
Bowen,
they're just really good.
You take Yoon So, Jaehyun, like
the two rappers,
Chingy, like all of these
Jung who went home.
Hyunjun, and like make a group, like do it. Arctic, like please someone see my vision and make it occur.
Dude, that song they did with Yoon So with the red and white, the lollipop, not the lollipop, the little pizza delivery. I forgot the name of the song. XXL. Do that kind of fun, a bit old school sounding, fun, hip hop laced, a lot of dance, a lot of performance stuff, some rap, and of course you can have some vocals because Bo can sing and stuff. You would have, age appropriate lyrics. They would sell 1 million albums. It'd be really.
I think
really
they're
fun.
great. I think that.
So I like them sticking around. I want them to stick around because a lot of them are really, really good. but I just don't feel as bad as somebody who's like, 23
Yeah.
and this is getting
Yeah,
harder
that's
and,
true.
that kind of
I
thing.
think they should debut in like a year.
Oh, sure.
Someone
yeah.
needs to snatch them all up and debut them all in like a year.
I mean, it does raise a question, like, where did Boy Story and stuff, did they go to school the whole time when they were 9 and 10? Like,
Who knows?
It's crazy to think about how
We've
much...
never talked about Boy Story, but I wanted to make a brief comment with relation to Boy Story because we love the two members that are here.
Yeah.
My assumption when I was like, oh, Boy Story, and like what I had remembered about them before was that they were like a cute concept, like kiddie group,
Yeah,
like NCT Dream.
Bubble gum and lollipop.
They absolutely have never been that.
No.
They were never that. They were doing like
Tough.
a like standard issue Nugu boy group.
Yeah.
Tough concept from the minute they debuted. It is so brutally cringy. I do not know what JYP was thinking. That's insane.
Well, JYP's nuts.
Because I thought, oh yeah, cute, fine. They were like a kiddie group. No, it was kind of weird.
The thing is, they would have been
weird.
way more naturally comfortable singing about homework
so
and
weird.
staying late from school or whatever, but trying to be like, yeah, boy, kind of tough stuff. And
was-
you're like, you're 9. Like,
It was so weird.
nothing against them. They did great work.
It's not the boys' fault.
No,
at
they
all.
were doing what they were
Like,
asked to do.
and they have clearly like learned so much and are really good
Oh, of course,
performers
yeah.
after doing it for so long. And the fact that they still want to do it, like I
But I
appreciate
mean,
that.
what
But Boy Story was
what was the
cringy.
audience there? Like
Crazy.
tweens who are into like
I literally don't
like,
know. I
you
feel
know,
like it was like a
gunfire, like-
novelty thing.
I guess.
I don't know.
guess.
It was so weird. Anyway, we never talked about that before, but here is the group of people that are still with us, still on this
don't
earth,
say it like that.
still on the show. I marked Masato and Liu here with stars, meaning that they have previously been in the top 8 but are no longer. So you keep your eye on people who've been in the top 8 but are no longer,
Yeah.
because they might go back up. We have Dongyu in our last place. Who Hanwin is a puzzling one. Whenever they called him as like the rank 23, I was like confused as he was, but his like speech was really sweet because he was like, "Why do I deserve to be here when all these other amazing people are leaving?" And I was like, "Okay, that was really sweet."
Oh,
for
that
him to
was
say.
that was First Class guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about Oh, he looks so
Hanwin.
different in that picture. God, I
his
hate
hair's
these
different
photos.
color.
Yeah. No, I thought
but-
you meant the
Because
vocalist.
I was like, I don't know why you're here either.
No. I mean, I think it was a natural thing for him to say,
was-
but he does not need to say that. He has been trying like anybody else. And I'm not saying he's more talented or less talented. I'm not talking about that. But he has been doing his best. I think no one can deny that. He I don't. Apologize once, say I don't know why I'm here, and then don't ever do it again.
No, I don't think he will.
That's like.
But I thought it was I was like, okay,
I agree.
that was an endearing response.
100%.
Because all of his C group friends were like leaving.
100%. I think that's why what I'm saying is makes it a great response. Is that is a very real thing to say.
Yeah.
And that will adhere you to people. That's why I think it probably make.
He
the next
is very
cut.
endearing.
Yeah, I think that was a nice moment, but don't do it again
Yeah.
because it's like the ugly thing. Let's not keep harping on it. Let's not keep saying zero visuals.
Chingy and Yumeki remain next to each other in seats as always. All dropped down to 21 and 22. That kind of sucks, but whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Jihao going all the way up to 17 is awesome.
He wasn't the highest
Like,
jump
that's
up. That
awesome.
was somebody got a 22 or something.
Juniel was the highest jump up. He jumped like 22 spaces.
Yeah.
But keep in mind that was he won in the Hell Blossom team.
Got extra points.
Which the Rose Blossom team we've dubbed Hell Blossom, if you know, from Hell by Ya from
Oh my
Produce
gosh.
48. They were the Hell
I
Blossom team.
can't believe they won. I'm happy for him, but I can't believe they won.
Park Juniel, yeah, he got 250,000 benefit points.
Which I don't. Yeah, I guess if they're getting,
So-
if at that level, at the top level, they're getting 7 million and stuff at that level, that probably does make a good difference. So, but I also think he gained some natural votes, of course. I don't know really. I mean, I know why. I think his visuals are more closer to what people in the audience want. I have no idea.
His votes for being that high aren't like that high. I think it was a lot of the benefit points.
So it did make a difference.
But it definitely made a difference.
Okay, well,
that
there
he was
you
on
go.
Rose Blossom. But he jumped up, and it has not been on my radar either that Park Juniel was also part of Trainee A. So he
Yes.
technically knows Sungwon and Leo.
But you're also
though they've never interacted.
That's right. You said that. But it's also a possibility that that's helping him in the votes. Anything at all. I tell those people all the time.
He's been under the radar for so long. I will admit that in Hell Blossom he was one of the shining points of Hell Blossom.
Sure, but
but so no resentment there, and possibly all the rappers got decimated. Just rappers decimated. So I think he's one of our maybe only potentials because he did the rap part in Rose Blossom. It wasn't super strong, but it was something.
Right. For me, the rap he did was just the type of rap they're I guess I'll be the rapper type rap.
Yeah.
You want rappers Big Bo, Sexy who went home. You want people who that's their
they
thing.
were decimated.
And they're gone. Now even Jihao though I think is a good rapper.
I think the ones that we have left are Jihao, Junmin, maybe Junil if that's what his thing is. And Shinlong.
I guess so. Shinlong rap? I thought he's more dance, but
no,
he could probably do it. He's an ace.
Yeah, that's his thing.
Man,
so
I just...
they're kind of all they're not specialists, I think, but, that's fine. But, yeah, he got a huge bump. Hanum, again, I will say that, we talked about him last time. His Korean rank right now, if it was Korean vote only... he would be rank 5. That is how strong his Korean support is. International, 24. The disparity in the votes for Hanum is kind of insane. That is crazy.
That is he is a perfect example of cultural beauty standards or fashion. I don't know what it is, but people outside of there seriously, I think that was... Now, he sings nice, don't get me wrong, but I think he's completely got that boost from that last episode where people could see his face, his little small face and his little bow lips and all this. That's what they... It's like a poster, a drawing to some of those people. That's what I think. I think he is a good singer, but it's funny. He sings in the style that a lot of them, the teachers make fun of. It sounds old-fashioned in a way. He does the vibrato and stuff like that. He's a bit more Broadway-ish kind of singer.
I think he sounds like a musical theater person.
Which I'm glad. I like that.
But I don't know if he is a musical theater person.
Right,
but I get the impression that he's the way he sang was musical theater.
To me, he looks and sounds like a OST type guy.
Yeah.
Who you'll have Billy's Idol, and they have 12 of those guys who are oh, that's our label mate. He does OSTs and he sells 1 million records. That in Korea, he is the epitome in my opinion, more so in some ways than Songwon, of the Korean kind of standard of X and Y, and that's why the international audience is kind of dumbstruck by it a little bit. I'm not knocking him at all. I think he's really good, but I'm just saying that I think it's almost all
he's
completely
gotten no
looks.
Screen time, and we really don't know him.
He got it last time.
Not much. It wasn't incredibly
it doesn't need
positive
much. It doesn't
screen
need.
time.
It doesn't need much.
He just was there. He's just kind of there. He doesn't really say much.
It's possible that he might be somebody because he got the screen time. He's just getting that benefit. I think he's someone
you need to keep your eye on. Like I said last time, I still believe that's the case because that strong of Korean support. If they one pick him as their choice for main vocal,
I don't think he'll be a one pick. I don't think he'll be a one pick. I think
there's a chance of his debut.
When you get down to the one picks, you're going to see just how popular Songwon and stuff is.
That's true.
I just. There's such power.
Just it's very notable that the disparity and just overall, and we'll get there when we get to the top 8. The disparity between if you only counted Korean votes versus only counting international votes, top 8, it's a very different picture.
Well, what you can do is you basically average out. I believe, if I'm correct, you take the international numbers, 400,000, whatever it is, the Korean numbers, 50,000, whatever it is, and you equal them together because that's literally what it is. You average there, and it brings that low rank internationally way down because the Koreans are so strong for him. That's why they set it up from the beginning. 50% Korean votes. It is a completely, I don't want to say rigged, but it is rigged towards Korean votes. They say because it's a Korean group and they'll be practicing in Korea mostly, which is fine. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But then they put in international people, so whatever. But that is the power of that. That average goes way down. The rank goes higher, I should say, not down, because of that. Now, so
I would say Junso, because we've been, not Junso, Junmin. Where did Junmin go? Here we go.
11, yeah.
Junmin is one that international rank 8, Korean rank 14. So his support is pretty
Right. See how it's kind of
international.
averaged it out a bit there?
Heavy, which can be risky.
I mean,
Like,
look at
you
this.
need that
Look at
brain
this. Look, I
support
just
to debut.
14 plus 8 is 22. Divide that by 2, 11.
Well,
So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Maybe there's something there. I'm just saying.
I don't think that's how that works.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
Well, here, 11.
But no, I think that Junmin's been getting a lot of golden time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it's dangerous for Junmin. I think he's going to hover around this area if he's not careful. He's already gotten lots of screen time, so that's probably been his screen time moment, unless something comes back.
He's right next to, in the rankings, Lee Jong, who's also from Weeb, who has just slightly more Korean support than him.
Yeah, I mean, that's the danger areas, and not, I know that sounds obvious, but the 11 to 15 and stuff, that's the real danger area where you're going to be the whole time. You're like, sweet, my guy's going to make it in. This is going to be awesome. He's thinking, I'm going to make it in, and it's just like the bridesmaid thing going on, man.
Masato also has like really low Korean support but higher international support.
I don't. Again, this is not a personal insult
Korean
to
12,
Masato.
international 7.
I don't understand Masato.
You know what? I will say the first time I felt fondness towards Masato was that English interview thing where regardless, he tried really hard to answer the questions. And he was like not self-conscious about it at all. He was just like really trying. And I thought that was really endearing.
You know what it is? Maybe it's
cute.
the hair. What is that mushroom cap? Like, can we fix the
Stop
hair?
talking about his mushroom
I'm
hair.
sorry, that hair is so bad. It does him no favors.
Stop talking about his
but
mushroom
other
hair.
than that, no, I think he's probably a really capable dancer, obviously. He could probably sing, but he's got that shyness. I'm like, dude, you're up there. Why are you not there's people who would kill to be ranked 9. Why are you being so down on yourself? Just go for it.
No, when they were like saying the name of each person, they like do these little like fun facts, like this person did this, or this person is a roommate with that, so that you're supposed to like guess.
Yeah.
Because there will always be 1 or 2 people who fit that description, and it was so funny because they were like, the person for rank 9 or whatever it was has cried. I forget if maybe it wasn't that rank, it was maybe another rank that people were thinking for him. Has cried and
a lot. Like, I think he said several times.
No, they said like cried, like as if they'd done it once. And so it was like, hasn't Masato cried every day?
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Cried every poor thing.
I'm not.
He's going through it.
This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying get over your feelings, nothing like that. But at some point, you realize that you're given a golden opportunity, and
He's a sensitive soul.
I understand that. Start believing in yourself. That's all I'm saying. Believe in yourself. We need what's her name? I'm sorry, what's her name? Katie in here to talk like she did to Junmin and say, what are you doing? It's to somebody she gives that.
She does
she gives that speech the next thing. Offer a hug because that did a lot.
She gave that speech to Zhang Jiahao, who deserve as well because she has taste. Like everyone who I'm like, yep, you're the one.
Yes, but she
tends
to like a little more mature looking.
And I agree with her. Jiahao has really been standing out to me lately.
I think it's interesting.
And in the tambourine team, and then he's going out to potentially be the center for Chains. Correct.
I think his strong point is
awesome.
obviously dance. I do want to see something else from him to understand what he's
his
about.
Vocals were pretty decent
I think he's cool though. But yeah, I mean, just some of these ranks, you're like, some of them are just like, bam, bam, go for it, bam, bam, and the others are kind of like, I'm just gonna be sad the whole time. And it's like, man, come on. I understand it's hard, but I'm just saying. It's a little frustrating when somebody like number 47. I'm sorry, the dancer kid we love so much, goes home, gets no votes.
Yeah.
Or Harry.
Or Surin. Yeah.
All of them. And it's just like, man, come on.
Yeah. But those are our candidates, and this is our actual top 8 as of now. There were 2 changes in that Shinlong rocketed up to rank 4, which is awesome. I was so happy.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, of course, he since the beginning of the show, when I talked about him Boy Story, Shinlong's been a call out for him.
His Korean rank is 9 and international rank is 4, and so that worked out to be. His Korean votes are like, if you look at the numbers, well, to be fair, for most people, the actual number of Korean votes is pretty low. There are way more voters from international.
Well, yeah, it's the whole world.
Like they have like 500,000.
Korea's a small country.
They're all like hovering in the 400,000 to 500,000 range, whereas the international, we're up over 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 5 million for song one. Like it's crazy.
But ideally, though, the number of Korean votes doesn't matter. It counts the same as anybody else.
But
yeah, it's crazy.
Anyway, so Shinlong really rocketed up, which was awesome. He also had some benefit points, but I don't think that really changed it that much.
Maybe he would have been 6 or something. No,
but I'm super happy to see him not only in the top 8, but this high up in the top 8. So, he was like so cute. He was just like giddy, happy, giggling, wanting to like dance around and sing and like falling.
Well, I do believe he was a little cute. Starstruck.
He was he's a fanboy of Stray Kids, Stray Tees. Stray Tees, ATs and Stray Kids, so he was like fanboying over San. I thought that was really
well.
Cute.
San's like model, like fitness model too and stuff like. Here's the thing: these top 4, in my opinion, I'll go on record to say right now that these are these 4 in the group. All right.
Yeah. I hope, please Jesus.
I've always said this: when you have half Korean votes, you take whatever roughly the half is of the group. In this case, it happens to be exactly 4, and you have to give those to Korea. You have to give them one more as well, because you have internationals also voting for Korean, so you're going to give them. So 5 will be basically Korea's pick. So 5 will be basically ones that you are not surprised to see there. They did well the whole time. That's why every time it shakes out and people get upset, it's because they've been seeing Song-won and number 1 forever. So they're like, I'm over him. It's not that. You just, you get used to seeing him and there's no variety. But you have to understand that is the power of the Korean vote. And when you're up and you're this popular for this long, you're in the group. What we're looking for, what voters should look for, so they don't get all mad and go on the subreddit and start crying. I'm not even going to stand this group. And like 2 years later, like, I love them so much. They do it every time. Is you go, I'm cool with these people I know are going to make it. They're cool people. I don't have any problems with it. And I really do think that, especially Leo and Shinlong. But the last 3, you go, one's going to be a surprise. 1 or 2 will be surprised that I'm going to be kind of disappointed with, but not disappointed, but just not I was really wanting. And one's going to be my happy surprise. So you're really looking for that one little happy surprise and the one person you like that's guaranteed. That's just a mentality. That's
my happy surprise last time was Gumwook.
See, I wasn't surprised at all about that. Mine was probably Ricky.
He had been in the top 8 but dropped out, and he was on a trajectory to not go back up.
Yeah, but if you watch that show the whole time,
but anyway, but no,
but
they give him a similar edit to what they're giving Junmin, and Junmin is not in the top 8.
What I'm saying is that some of them are the girlies. You can tell who they like, and they're going to put in there, and that's the power of it. But I'm cool with it.
I will say I really appreciated Leah going up to rank 3 from 5 because that they activated all of us panic voting by giving him that trailer and everything.
Here's the question, though. Here's the question of the hour as of right now. Yes. This is the group. Okay, so
I don't think this is the group.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying let's say this is the group. So what we have is vocals, Anshin, Lilio.
Yep.
Junso, actor guy from so leader probably.
Leader, yeah.
Right. Who else is vocal? Any other vocals? I mean, they're all going to sing, obviously.
Yeah.
A rap, we have Shinlong, and I'll bet you anything Songwon probably can rap too. Or does
Songhyun and
so 2 rappers,
Shinlong.
2 main vocals, the rest aces that can do whatever. Obviously, Songwon can dance and smolder his, sell. You know what he's going to do? Sell 1 million albums for those cards. That is what he's going to do.
We have our rapper, our main rapper, our main photo card seller.
And then check this out. You got a native English speaker in Lilio.
Yes.
You have Shinlong, who can apologize, but do some probably English, right? Well, and I bet might be some. I thought Anshin started doing a little English. I couldn't remember. But
I can't remember.
But anyway, I bet there's some more. So you got some English covered. You've got
Songhyun can do English.
Yeah, and you've got some Korean beauty standards in here they like. You got some like Anshin, I think, is a standout there. Lilio is a bit of a standout. And then how many Chinese? We got Shinlong, and that's it?
Shinlong,
and Anshin, I'm sorry.
Anshin.
So that's good. We don't have any Japanese?
No.
We don't have anything else but Korean and Chinese. That's kind of how it shakes out.
The only candidate that could potentially be a Japanese member in this team is Masato.
He's the surprise that I'm not really happy about. I'm not unhappy, but he's just kind of like,
for me, in my heart, the top 4 is like, yes, on lock, please,
sure,
I need them.
I'm cool with them. This
row here, I'm a little bit neutral on most of them. I like and expect Junso to debut. Like, I'm fine. I'm not. I have made my peace with Songhyun. I think that he's very charming. I think, like, I'm not going to get caught up on, like, does he have technical singing skill or whatever. I think he's very charming. And like, And, like, I get it. I get it. He's cute. He's going to do well.
Is the question not Gunwoo maybe a little bit?
Gunwoo, that's a puzzling one.
So, I think they've moved past, let's just say, the issues.
They, in that, like, through the first half of the series, after, like, the allegations for bullying came out, basically edited him out of the show. You
Yes,
that?
yes.
And then in the last couple weeks, this last
When
mission,
his votes didn't drop.
this last mission, he's on the show again. He's constantly being shown with reactions and talking and focus on him, and he's being really friendly with other members, and he was a nice team leader and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
He's getting this kind of golden glowing edit, and the people seem to be on board. So he's in the top
the majority of people
I'm
voting for. So
I'm really surprised by that.
What were his votes in Korea versus internationally?
He was pretty high. Rank 4 in Korea.
Yeah, I mean, obvious. So
9 international, and then landed at 7. So I will say this: I think that the Korean voters are cool with him now. Again, allegations, anyone can make them. We're never going to know the real truth of what happened. But even I think what was said about him bullying or whatever, I don't think there was any allegation of him
excuse me,
physically harming someone or
not that that's a difference, because you can be mentally abusive or whatever. But I'm just saying,
So I feel
verbally,
and then there was so I don't think we're ever going to know the truth. I think that it's fine.
But this is also
I'm not going to resent him for something that there's no way for me to know if it really occurred, or if someone was just exaggerating or making something. I don't think that's fair, especially with me having Leo as my one pick.
Yeah,
we're gonna you have to let people move.
Yes, but
past
international
and
people also. I
from a
think
mistake.
people in Korea understand this as well. But as internationally, a lot of us are aghast at how conservative they are about certain things. He was seen with a cigarette, and it's oh dear God. Do you know what artists do over here? On the stage, what they do, the dancing, the curse words and stuff like that. Not that I care, but I'm just saying that would make a Korean not only blush but probably cry out of shock. So I understand what they're going for, but K-pop is weird like that. On one hand, they want them to be perfect. On the other hand, they want them to hump the ground and then grab their crotch, and it's just man, guys, get your story straight. Whatever happened. It's up to you as a person to think, how do I feel about him now? Also, you need to ask yourself, can a person learn from a mistake and become a better person?
Can.
Because some people, I've
have
noticed,
to let people apologize.
Right. And I'm not. By the way, I'm not saying yay or nay on this guy. I have no idea. I don't really honestly care.
I don't,
because I don't know.
I'm neutral on him.
I have no idea. But it's ironic. You'll see a lot of people they'll speak so strongly about a lot of social issues, which I understand is a different thing. Yeah. And it's the crimes of the sea, and treat this same thing in the same kind of, with the same weight.
Yes.
And it's he did not throw a baby out the window. This just went viral the other day. People forgot that Michael Jackson hung his baby over the balcony.
He did.
For 2 seconds or whatever, and he was completely forgiven amongst all the other stuff.
He wasn't forgiven.
No, I'm just saying.
He still had other problems.
No, I know.
He's not a good example.
Whatever. I'm not saying they should forgive him. I'm just saying that people outside of Korea are kind of what are you talking about? He was whatever the accusations were, he did admit to and stuff like that. The apology was clunky, but at some point people just go, I don't care. It wasn't the crime of the century. Do you know what I mean? No. Obviously, because the votes are going his way. So
no, it isn't. And I after taking a step back for a couple years from K-pop fandom, not from music and just being a fan of K-pop, but from fandom, and then taking a step back in after also becoming obsessed with Drag Race.
which has its own toxic kind of fandom.
Has its own toxic fandom
in places, not all of it, of course.
But then coming back and then just the littlest thing, people gleefully will hang over someone's head for their whole life.
Oh, sure.
As if it is their defining characteristic as a human.
Sure.
And they only have that thing to hold over their head. I'm specifically talking about Leo because he's my fave.
Yeah.
As an example. Because they know about it, because he did something dumb publicly. Okay. And they hold it up over as if it's the defining characteristic of you as a whole, complete human for your whole life. Because he said something dumb publicly, you have no idea what these other people might have said privately.
You probably don't want to know.
That you don't know. Don't put anybody on a pedestal. And don't be well, this person is a bad person and this person is a good person. like, please don't act like that.
I think
like that's weird. They're all humans. Everybody is complex. Yeah. Everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah, and also just to end this part of it, because we don't want to get hung up on that. It's
hard not to think about it a lot.
Well, that's fine. This is our podcast.
Because I'm a Leo fan. I have to think about these things.
I think that generally, though, that what we hear when we hear about a controversy, unless it's a real controversy, is a crime or something.
Literal crime.
Is the very loud minority. That happens here in the U.S. with politics all the time and stuff like that. And the key is once people kind of get used to the accusation and think about it, they move on. And Mnet goes, you know what, guys.
I just think it's a really interesting story. It goes very much against the grain for Glenwood to have had that occur, had gossip about him go viral, and then to be here in this position. I think it's kind of interesting, and I hope it means like maybe moving forward from like not letting people be human and like apologize for their mistakes and then maybe not make them again. Let's hope if he were to have something happen again, then that's a whole separate issue.
Well, it's funny. A lot of
like let's
a lot of these same people will say, "Hey, somebody serves their time in prison. They get out. They've served their time. Leave them alone." And yet they don't let a guy learn from when he might have cursed at a teammate or something. It's just like. Yeah. Let the boy grow. If he's a jerk, don't like him.
I think it would be disingenuous for us to not address that, even though I don't like talking about it. But I want to be mature. I want to be like...
Well, we're not 15.
I'm an adult. I'm an adult.
Minus that, I don't know that he'll... I don't know. That
he seems
stick
to
in
think
there.
that he's gotten very popular in
because
Korea, so that like serves well for his potential debut.
What you have to ask now is who's going to knock down Shinlong, who's going to knock down Lilio, who's going to knock down Anshin. It's not going to probably happen, so you've really got to ask who else in 9, 10, 11, 12 can knock one of these guys out, and that's more the story.
The thing I am surprised with Kongmin, though, from Very Very, is that he's ranked 11 in Korea and 6th internationally. I'm surprised that international fans are carrying Kongmin, because I thought he was like popular in Korea because of Very Very and also being a music show host.
Here's my theory. Here's my theory.
He's being carried a little bit by international doesn't necessarily bode well for him debuting.
He is also is he the oldest, or would that have been?
No, I don't know.
Or the actor kid is the oldest. I can't remember, but either way, he's the one who was the center in the dance.
Might be the oldest.
Right, he was the one who was the center in the dance with the sexy dance last episode. That
was Jun's son.
Okay, either way. Isn't he a little more mature, kind of? He's a little bit...
Kongmin?
Yeah. Who am I thinking of?
I don't know who you're thinking of.
Okay, well then I'm mixed up, because I couldn't tell you who Kongmin is, what he's done.
He had his arm in a sling for a while.
Oh, that's the last I can remember of him. Okay, well there you go. So, but anyway, I think internationally sometimes...
He sang the ballad?
Yeah, sometimes internationally, Lilio you could look at, Shinlong. I think they kind of like the more... They don't want 16-year-old looking kids. They want somebody who looks a little more mature.
Kongmin might be on a Hui trajectory in that he's in this top 8 due to familiarity.
Oh, yeah, that's
Everyone knows and likes him.
I forgot about Hui.
But is that going to carry him to the end, to the finish line on one pick? I don't know.
Again, who's at 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 through 15, and you'll see those are the ones who are going to possibly squeak in there, either as a pleasant surprise, meaning Junmin, or as a Masato surprise. That's how that's going to go.
I'm fine with Masato.
Oh, I'm fine with
him. I have a harder time with, just because I think he's not fully baked yet, like skill-wise. But he is very charming, and he's really cute.
I mean, they're all cute and charming.
But like,
who I think might get in there is Jihao, not 19. Jihao. I can't say so.
I mean, we can pray for Jihao, but I don't know. That's a pretty big jump.
He might be the pleasant surprise it takes.
I don't know. I think Junmin would be our best bet for someone sneaking up into the top 8.
I think if you put number 19 against Junmin, against 11, 19 is going to murder him.
I don't think
I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this. He's the prettier of the Junmins.
Well,
but
he's still ranked 19.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying
like
he looks.
Really
he has a youthful good look, whereas Junmin has a bit more mature good look. Let's say that. And I know the reality situation. People vote on their eyes.
I don't think so. I think that anybody this low at this point is.
You don't think he could jump?
Too much of a trek.
People were making 20-something jumps. He could make a 15 jump and get to number 4.
I mean, I'm not mad about it. Again, like I said, this whole row down here, I'm just kind of neutral on. I am only feel strongly about the top 4. But anyway, here's our top 8s right now. Mine has changed. We've had to change it a lot because of the people being removed. I still have Chingy in my top 8. I will have him there until he is not on the show anymore. Because I still just like him a lot.
He is literally he's the literally. I hate when the groups come out and they say, "Hey, we have our Machne," and he's like 2 months younger than everybody. It's like no. He is the literal golden like he is the skilled.
Yes.
He's like Jungkook from BTS who at first you knew he was skilled and good and stuff like that, and he knew he was good looking, but then he just keeps getting more and more popular and good. Chingy is not only that, but I think his at that age his skills, man, he is going to be a monster. Yeah. He is the 16-year-old I would be cool with in the group because I do think. He's a bit more mature. He seems a bit more mature. And his skills are so much higher. Other than
I don't think he will, but I'm going to keep him here because my heart.
Could you imagine?
He's my favorite. But if it doesn't occur, like I'm okay with it because I think him and all the slightly younger members need to go debut in 2-pack.
Oh, that would be insane.
You know what I mean?
It'd be so fun.
They need to be in 2-pack. Then this group will skew a little older.
They could tour together.
I added Jihao because, again, I was so impressed with that last round. So he got added to my list. And also I had a slot here. So I put Kong Woojin. I feel like if we're going to have someone like sneak up into the higher ranks, I don't know why it isn't Woojin over some of the other people that are possible for that position that's going into as like a potential main vocalist or... You know, I just really like him a lot. I just love his vocals.
Again, that's one. The guy talking about someone like that. That's the one person who you're like, oh, pleasant surprise. You know that I'm talking about. But I don't know.
It's just like.
But there's not many positions left for that. That's the problem. There's like 2 slots for pleasant surprises.
He's currently 19 in Korea. They don't like him. I don't understand.
I mean, and honestly, 10 in international is not that quote unquote high either. It could be high.
But I like him.
No, yeah.
So, what were the changes on yours?
I think I kept Chingy in there because of Gold Magnet. Anshin I'm keeping in there. I think he's got I have to say, I don't think he's fully baked as far as skills. I really don't.
I think he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he is not. He has got to have not Leo's style, but Leo's. You have to have Leo's confidence on stage to be considered baked.
Okay.
Shinlong's level. Yeah, Leo's
he needs like
level.
a single volume click up in stage presence. And then he's there.
Well, not presence, just confident, like comfortability. Presence. Like if you look at ZB1 now, you're watching their videos now because this is what you do. You get insane about a thing that you were out of for a while. Anyway, like Eugen, I thought Eugen was like their pet rock. I'm not an insult, but I had nothing. Like I knew nothing about him. I literally thought the Korean voters. Were like, we have to have a Machne. I guess anybody but those other guys. Let's get Eugen.
They liked him.
Fine, whatever. I'm not knocking him. I'm saying by what I saw on screen. And then you watch him now, and you're like, that's what happens when you go through 2 years of intense military-esque training and diet and exercise. It's insane. So it doesn't take long for Anshin to get in there, and he will turn that on. But Leo is only going to get better. That's why, the one thing that I'm thinking of more is who would be leader. It would have to be Leo or Junso, because they're not going to let a Chinese person be the leader unless it's co-leader, which I think is stupid. But
I think with all the good leader at it, if Junso makes it, which I think he probably will, he would likely be the leader. He's very Umbi coded in that way, where she got
Umbi was one of my favorite leaders.
Where she got like, she's such a good team leader.
She had mom energy.
She had mom energy, and then she like came into the group, and like I feel like Junso is just getting that, like he's such a good team leader. There was a little bit of question about if that was actually what they were doing or correct. But I feel like he has a slightly straightforward energy where he'll just, like, say what needs to be said, but not necessarily rude. But like, he won't tiptoe. And I respect that, actually, from him. Of course. So I'm like...
I will say that mine is heavily... there's 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6. 6 of my... I have only 2 Koreans, K-group, literally. Because Leo, I don't count. They don't count him, I don't think. But let's say even with Leo, I still have the majority non-Korean. That will never happen in the history of space and time. But my two little fantasy fun picks are Jihao and number 8 there, Zhang. Those I don't necessarily think have any chance. But who knows? The rest, I think, do have a good chance. So, Chingy, too. I don't know that he's going to get
I don't think so.
But, I mean, this is... You kind of go half fantasy, half reality with this stuff, so... But now, right now, you're on top 3... You're on 3 votes, right?
Yep.
So, who are your 3 votes? Because we talked about this.
So the 3 picking has been
Don't apologize.
an
Don't,
emotional
just say
journey
it.
for me.
Oh, here we go. They're probably listening right now, by the way.
Leo, without question, he is my one
Okay,
pick.
that's
He has
your
been
one
since
pick.
day
That's
one.
fine.
Shinlong.
Well, hold on. So
I'm
Chingy
not-
was your one pick from day on. No, Leo was.
No, Leo was
Yeah,
always my one
okay.
pick. But Chingy was always my fave.
Yeah.
The child of my heart.
Yeah.
So Leo and Shinlong. Those are no compromise.
Yeah.
No compromise.
Yeah, same for same for me, those two.
They're no
I'd say.
compromise. The third position. My heart says to vote for Chingy. My brain says vote for Junmin and don't be stupid. So I'm doing the brain. I'm following my brain and voting for Junmin. One, because Chingy, again, I think he's going to go off and be in 2-packed with all the other young kids.
We could hope.
So it doesn't necessarily have to happen here, even though I like him a lot. I will be a fan of his.
You won't feel as bad.
I'll be a fan of his in 2-packed.
Yeah, he's got, yeah. Junmin is at the
Junmin,
opposite end.
I think this needs to be his moment, so I'm 3-picking for Junmin.
Yeah, that's what it's going to take. I think for Junmin to get in the group, it's going to take people 3-picking him now and then 1-picking him later.
That's going to be hard because I can't do it. I'm
Because
picking Leo. I can't. I have to.
Here's where it starts. Well, that's fine. That's fine because I think
But it hurts me that I can't.
I think that...
maybe they should give us 2.
No, but that's where it gets really hairy, and I actually kind of enjoy that part, but I don't enjoy it because the Korean vote's so overpowering, and that's where you come down to literally only 2 slots that were unexpected, because that's what I wrote down there as what I hate to say it, but in my heart of hearts, I think that's what's going to end up happening is you're going to have the 4 predictable ones, 2 that the international community is like, who, kind of? Like, you're in a way, like,
Hanum.
what? Yeah, Hanum, and then 2 maybe pleasant surprises, but it might even come down to 1. It might even come down to 2 C group, maybe 1 C group.
Like, I'm pretty neutral on a lot of people, so I think there are a lot of combinations for this group that I'll be okay with. My only no compromises are, like, Leo and Shinlong.
But I think
and
they're
then
pretty
Anshin and
solid.
Songwon, but I think that's pretty
Those are all
expected.
solid picks.
But, so yeah.
So in other words, if you're doing 3 votes out there, I would suggest that go for your heart with a 2 or whatever, even if they're the popular ones like Anshin or something. Do whatever you want. But I always tell people that 3rd one, that extra one, put something that somebody you like, that you just fantasy would want to see in there. That's how you get someone like a Jihao at least make the cuts and give us the great content and stuff like that. And even if he doesn't make it in, maybe he'll make it to another group or something. And so
we'll end our episode talking about Jihao.
Oh my God!
Can you actually believe
you literally predicted
it
this
happened
too, so.
exactly the same way again, where the most entertaining and fun to watch and delightful human being on the show, last time Haruto, this time Jihao.
Yeah, Haruto was that. Yeah, he was literally in kind of the same style, funny
ended
but
up
skilled.
In a song with a lot of lower ranked trainees who got eliminated, so he is alone in main dish.
Okay, but this happened to Haruto because he was in the weird song, quote unquote.
Supercharged.
It didn't have a groove. It was just kind of strange. Supercharged. It was kind of clunky. I just, in other words,
I don't think Main Dish is a bad song.
I'm not saying it's a bad song, but if you're a 15-year-old girl and you're
Supercharger
looking
was a bad
down,
song.
if you go down the list of the 4, this is the one that you go, is this like Monster X? It's not really 15-year-old girl.
It was made by Plave.
They
spent a lot of time talking to Plave.
That's fine. Again,
what is Plave?
Kind of a niche thing. And so this is where they put the ones, the people they're not sure about.
Yes.
And those are normally lower ranked. They don't get they're not sure about them because they're lower ranked. They didn't get the screen time. They rap. They don't sing.
Yep.
They, so that's why this happens.
We saw everyone go to their team that they were voted into. All the popular trainees went into Chains, of course.
The sexy one?
Yeah.
See, that's not my... I don't really even
all
like
the
that
cute
one.
young trainees went into Sugar High.
Sugar High's the best
Correct. All of the rappers went into Main Dish and got eliminated. All the main dancers went into Lucky Macho. So it was kind of like they were literally practically assigned by role. All the main dancers went into one team. All the rappers went into one team. It was crazy.
Kind of how the songs are made.
So they were really reacting strongly. It was really fun.
Right, but look
to
at
the main dish.
What was the best song?
Every rapper.
What was the best song last season in Boys Planet 1? The best song at this point.
Say My Name.
Say My Name. Who was in Say My Name?
Matthew.
The most popular members. Hanbin, Matthew. It was a great...
Yeah.
They went
Ji-Woon.
out... They went.
I don't think
they
we're
went
gonna
out
get
for it. Did they not go out for it? They weren't
another-
assigned it, right? No, they were assigned it. I can't remember.
I think they were assigned it.
Right.
I don't think we're going to get another legendary moment.
No, but what
like
has
a
happened?
Ji-woong and Say My Name.
Did Imagination die in Korea recently? Internet. I don't know whoever voted for these. Let's put everybody into a sexy. It's like, guys, you're making a K-pop group.
But that's the song.
Say My Name is K-pop. Like the rest of them are kind of like, humping the ground and stuff.
The R&B sexy song is always the one that wins the live voting. Because it's always
that
like
was
the best
last
song.
time. It was the Jay Ricky one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and again, Say My Name is the genre is K-pop, not K humping the ground or whatever, humping the
R&B
body roll. Which I know that's part of it, but you're taking young. It's just not really. Anyway, Say My Name or the pop one, Sugar High.
Sure.
Put all the cuties, not in the sexy one, but main dish or something rappy or something.
Initially was in Sugar
like,
High, but I heard a rumor, unsubstantiated, that he doesn't stay in Sugar High.
Oh, we have to talk about that. When this happens, what happened before is the other groups, they said you have to eliminate 2 to go into this, you have to eliminate 3, and then blah, blah, blah. And the groups with extras had to say, all right, we're voting, you're getting out. And that was stupid and heartbreaking and cruel. In this case, the cruelty goes to the judges, which is how it should be. And
they didn't make that extra clear in the preview, so I don't want to
Oh, really?
We could be wrong, but I think from what I understand is that the judges are doing that. Either they're volunteering because Jihao came with the main dish sign and was like, "Does anyone want to join me?" And they just sat there quietly. So maybe you could volunteer, and if you don't volunteer, I think that the judge is the one to move you, which I think is the correct way.
Okay,
to do
but
it.
what I'm saying is the vote thing didn't happen because they would be showing clips of that in the
that's
preview.
true.
So, but that's cool though, because some people might have got assigned to a song they didn't want and thought, "Oh, main dish might be better for me" or something. So that's cool. I'm just saying that the Sugar High, those cutesy songs are really. I mean, what won the last song? That Rose Blossom song.
Yeah.
Stuff. The live vote loves that kind of stuff. Now they did like the sexy song, but I'm saying the most kind of everybody loves those kind of like, it's not cute.
Those
it's
are
the
the two best songs.
Yeah, and I just wish that
when they come out, I think that it'll hopefully all be in the next episode. You're going to be able to stream the songs, and then the streaming numbers help people get benefit.
Yeah. So we'll see, but all the songs are good, so that's good at least.
Yeah, so that's all for this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already and you like our little channel and our podcasts, please subscribe. YouTube makes you requires you to get to 1,000, so please help us get there. We're pretty close. So yeah, if you've listened all the way through, please just hit the subscribe button for me, please, as a favor.
Word up.
And yeah, next week we'll see.
So now we want to see people's top voting for 3 in the comments, like who you're voting for.
Yeah, who's your 3 pick?
Yeah, because I don't. What's the next one going to be? The top 1 or whatever. So
next episode will be the original song performances.
All of them? There's only 4.
I think so.
I hope.
The following week will be eliminations, another round, and then the week after that is the final.
That sounds. There's only 3 left, so that would make sense.
Yeah, I think there's only 3 left. There's 11 total.
I was just going to say I'll be
episodes.
shocked if they show all 4 in one episode instead of making of groups and drama and one song and then the 3. But the next one would have to be an elimination.
I hope they put it all. I think they're gonna, because I think that's the schedule.
It makes sense.
So it's all eliminations from here out.
Yes.
Yikes.
Fun times.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. See you in the comments.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.